And welcome back. Well, the pandemic has made it difficult for many people to put food on the table, and that's why TMJ4 has partnered with Hunger Task Force and Raymond James and Associates to create Home for the Holidays, which is a virtual food drive this year. Here with more details is Sherry Tussler. She's the Executive Director of Hunger Task Force, and Gary Sivwright with Raymond James Financial. Morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining me. I see all that food on the table, which I want to get to in a minute, but I really want you to address first and foremost, just in general, the Raymond James Home for the Holidays virtual food drive that you're doing this year.
Yeah, this is our fourth year. It's interesting that 4 years ago, this was the first ever virtual food drive that we partnered with Hunger Task Force and TMJ4. And who would have thought that we had 3 years of training to get to a pandemic, but here we are.
Absolutely, and so important this year. And that's what I want you to address, Sherry, is the importance right now of a virtual food drive during this year of 2020.
There are so many hungry families waiting in lines literally to get food throughout the city. And so what we're going to make sure that they get is a holiday meal, including a ham and all of the fixings. So it's important for people to go online and give right now.
That's great, and I love that it's a holiday meal. I love that you have other things there, which again, we'll talk about in just a second. But, you know, for you, Gary, I want to talk about why Hunger Task Force. We know why we love them. I want to know why you guys at Raymond James love Hunger Task Force and support the Milwaukee Hungry movement.
Sure. I mean, it's in the DNA of our culture to be active in our communities first and foremost, but fighting hunger has always been a passion of ours. We've had a long-term relationship with Hunger Task Force, and this particular theme around the holidays even makes it more special that not just those in need receive food, but those in need receive a proper holiday meal, and that's what really is important to us.
So what's different this year? So you said you've kind of prepared virtually and done these food drives. What's different about this year's virtual food drive that you're doing, and what items, really are available to donate?
Yeah, so we have virtually everything that we've had in the years past. It's just that now everything's virtual. We're not building the food bins and delivering them. We're not doing the phone bank. So we're, doing the same thing in terms of go online, donate. You can donate for individual food products all the way down to, full holiday meals. And all of that is the same. What's different is we're not in studio with you. We're wearing a mask at Hunger Task Force. Everything is virtual.
So let's talk about the items, Sherry, because I know each year you really choose items that are being asked for, are healthy, and are easy to get to families and nutritious for the kids as well.
Exactly, and so, we're going to see the traditional things like the peanut butter or juices, but we want to see fruit that's in its own juice. We want to see low sodium vegetables. We're offering that ham, which obviously makes the holiday special. So things like fresh dairy are also on the menu, including milk and cheese. So go ahead, go online, take a look at the thing that makes you happiest or makes you feel best about the holiday and donate it.
Absolutely, and let's talk a little bit about the need this year and just the need in general of what the food needs look like for the holiday season, Sherry.
So many people have lost their jobs due to COVID, have been laid off. There are kids at home that are literally eating their families out of house and home because school is virtual. And so there's a lot of struggle going on. And so we're seeing people coming out, driving through or walking up to various food distributions that we've been holding. Seeing a lot of new faces and seeing a lot of seniors that are desperately in need. So what's changed, I guess, is the level of the need and the intensity and the importance of service right here in Milwaukee.
Well, we think about just that very issue, kids not being at school and then being at home, and that need for food, the food that they usually get at school being missing. And so I feel like your jobs are that much more important this year in reaching just the most vulnerable in our community.
We're doing our utmost to make sure that we serve those children and families. If you can imagine, 1 out of 2 people that the Hunger Task Force assists is a child. And so this is really about kids, it's about families, and it's about making sure that there's food on the table for everyone.
Yeah, and for you, Gary, giving, I think, for all of us just feels good. It's Giving Tuesday. You guys have been doing this for a long time. What do you hear from the community when you're finished with these drives each year?
How can we do more is what we hear most. Do we have to wait till December? do we start a campaign in January? It's you know, this is a month-long campaign, and especially when we're building the food bins and delivering them to the vehicles, you know, people really see, you know, how much of a need there really is. And so, yeah, giving is fun. Giving in December, especially in the holiday time, is fun, and it really drives people to ask, how can I do more? This year, more importantly, we have, as Sherry mentioned, a huge need, more than ever, because we have so many more people that are either out of work or kids out of school. And we're really hoping that we break all records in this virtual food drive this year.
I do too. I think that is a great goal, is to break the records this year. Talk about exactly how we get involved, the website, how it works to donate the food this year. So many people are used to bringing cans of food or, you know, food to their local grocery store, or the boxes that they see. It's all virtual this year. So how does the website work?
All you do is go to hungertaskforce.org and click on the donate button, and what you're going to see is a list of the food items or a whole holiday meal. You can choose a whole holiday meal to donate. You can choose a specific item that you like, and then just enter your credit card information, and we will also send you an email thanking you.
That's incredible. How much does a holiday meal cost? So we're looking at the website right now, and just seeing in general, some of the options are very inexpensive.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, if you think about things like a jar of peanut butter, or a can of fruit, or a can of vegetables, but if you look at the whole meal, think about $125. And some people might say, wow, that's a lot. But if you think about it being the food for the week for that family, then you'll get it, because there's going to be leftovers after the holiday meal, and there are going to be items that you can put together for breakfast and lunch as well.
That's pretty incredible. It's so great. It's Giving Tuesday. I hope everybody goes out and does it. So I'm going to give the information for how they can join the Home for the Holidays program. Thank you so much for joining me, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's break some records. All right. It's super easy to donate to the Raymond James Home for the Holidays original virtual food drive. Just go to hungertaskforce.org, and then the virtual food drive runs through December 31st. That's how you do it. Join us in giving today on Giving Tuesday.